So hey you guys, I'm hella emotional right now, so hey to all my cherry bombs. I am on the road to go to Durham so that we can transfer all of my things into the van that we're using to drive to New York. And even though I'm so excited, I think it finally hit me, and I'm not about to do that crying shit on YouTube. I literally can't stand when people do that, but it just really finally hit me that I'm really leaving, and it's not that I'm gonna miss North Carolina that has me so emotional, because North Carolina, I'm ready to get out. I'm ready for a change of pace. But it is scary, even when you've been I'm sorry I'm humming so much. I'm just really trying to get my thoughts together, but it really is scary, even when you've been wanting it for so long, just to pick up and relocate somewhere new. And even though I feel like I won't really miss North Carolina, North Carolina will always be home. So I might talk that shit now, but maybe I'll miss it. I don't know. But it's more than anything, I know I'm gonna miss the people here, because I have a lot of amazing friends here, especially in Charlotte, a lot. And the person that I've been staying with the last 3 weeks is a really big part of my life, and it's really gonna feel super weird not to see that person every day. So I think that's where honestly most emotions are coming from. I'm sorry you guys can't see me right now. I'm driving, so part of this vlog is gonna be annoying because it's dark and you really can't see anything. I'll try and do something like this. I really look like shit right now, you guys. I literally just everything is packed up in the back. Somehow I was able to fit everything in my car. I'm trying to hold my phone low so I don't get pulled over by anybody, because that's the last thing I want to do is get pulled over. But yeah, so everything is packed up in my car. I had to repack everything because originally I thought that we were going to get a U-Haul, and the U-Haul literally would have cost us probably well over a stack to get up there and everything. And granted, I've been preparing for this move, but at the same time, of course, when you're trying to get something like this together, of course, anything that could go wrong kind of tends to fucking go wrong. Shit never really goes as planned. So there were a lot of bumps along the way, so I definitely wasn't able to save as much as I thought I was going to be able to save. So I still saved a borderline decent amount. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all how much I saved, because I hate these videos where they're like, oh, this is how you move to a different state, and then they don't want to tell you shit, because then you really can't get a feel for everything that you need to move. So I saved up a little over $1,900 to move. Now granted, if everything would have went as planned, I would have been moving with a little over $3,000, probably closer to $4,000. But like I said, things didn't go as planned, and that's a whole nother, I'll make a more detailed video about my whole move. But yeah, things just didn't go as planned. A lot of things went wrong before anything went right, so I ended up not moving with nearly as much as I thought I was going to be moving with. So I am literally taking a leap of faith. My engine light on my car is on. These 2.5 hours is the longest I've driven my car since December. It's now March. It's now March. This is the longest I've driven my car, the longest distance I've driven my car since December, because in December my car was doing this little skipping thing, and then it would start decelerating and going slower, and the lights on the dashboard would start going off and stuff. So it was just acting really weird. And so from December until March, I have not taken my car anywhere long distance. Like, I have not taken it anywhere further than an hour. So I'm literally driving on a hope and a prayer right now, for real, that I get to Durham. As for moving expenses, that's what I do want to touch on. And again, I'll do a more detailed video for you guys where my thoughts are like more together. But as for moving expenses, the reason that we didn't want to do the U-Haul, because again, it was going to be overstacked. And if I would have saved as much as I had planned to, as much as I really wanted to, then that wouldn't have been an issue, and it would have been like, okay, cool. But to be moving with like $1,900, hell no, fuck no. Because that's already like, once me and my friend, because I'm moving up there with a friend, once we split it, there's going to be $5 apiece. And once I get up there, so I found a place in BED-STUY, and my place is going to be $1,000. It's going to be $700 a month, which is actually awesome for New York. I had 3 roommates. I got to give the girl $1,000 once I get there, which honestly isn't bad, because if anybody knows, most of these places, when you move into these places, they literally want 2 to 3 months rent, and the rent is already high as fuck. So they be wanting like $3,000 or $4,000 to move into your fucking place. Lowest, you know, you'll really find, unless you do like a sublease or, you know, stuff like that. The lowest I was able to really find was like, maybe you would pay like damn near close to 2 stacks to move in. And that was just to move in, not even including getting up there, not including, you know, anything the fuck else that you gotta pay for. That would just be 2 stacks just to move into your place. And I was just like, oh fuck no, like I can't even do it. So yeah, I'm gonna put my phone right. You guys, I'm sorry it's dark. I'm trying my best to talk to you guys a little bit before I have to I have to really focus on the road now. That's why I put my phone down. But I'm not trying to be doing this the whole time. So as far as moving, yeah, moving honestly is just hella stressful. Like, it's mad fucking stressful. I had definitely had a couple breakdowns. Not even because, again, like, my breakdown today is more so because it's finally hitting me that, you know, I'm gonna be away from a lot of people I'm close to. So that's what's hitting me, and that's why my voice sounds like shit right now. I've been crying. I'm holding back tears since I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, moving has been hella stressful. I've had my share of breakdowns, and just because, again, like, a lot of shit did not go right, and a few things did, but enough went right to where I said, fuck it, I'm going. I told myself that no matter what, I was going. And I told myself literally 3 months ago, I said, hey, even if you don't make it to 3 or 4 stacks, I know that's your magic number, but so many people get caught waiting around for this magic number because they're too scared to take the leap. And I mean, honestly, I might regret taking this leap. Like, it might, I know it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be hella tough, because again, like, you know, most people, when you watch these videos, and that's why when I was watching these videos, I've watched so many videos on YouTube about moving to NYC, moving to New York, and I didn't feel like I could relate to a lot of them, just because a lot of them had the privilege of, like, you know, they had parents helping them, or they had people giving them money to move, and then they were also saving, working a job to move. And job-wise, like, oh my god, I'll put that in another video. Job-wise, like, that has just been a whole story within itself. I'm trying to save while not really having a steady job, and I've been doing a lot of freelance makeup, which honestly, freelancing is what held it down for me. I'm so thankful. But even freelancing, like, until All-Star, and I'm missing a lot of nails, you guys, so fuck it. Like, once I get there, I'm gonna soak the rest of these off. I have a job interview, like, the second day we're in the city, I have a job interview, thank God. Like, literally, thank God. Hopefully I get it. Even with freelancing, I was only making about, and again, I'm gonna be so transparent with you guys on this channel, because
Hazard reported ahead.
I don't know if you guys can hear my waves, but I can't relate to channels where they want to leave out a lot of information. And the reason I can't relate to them is because I need every single detail. I want to know your whole process. I want to know You know, not because I'm assuming that, oh, my process will be just like theirs, but it's just comforting to know people's whole process and not just to know the minor details. Like, I want to know the parts where you struggled and you broke down and you felt fucking like this shit wasn't gonna happen, because I know I've had those parts, and I find it easier to relate to people when they are being transparent. And I feel like a lot of these moving here, moving there, they don't really answer all the questions. Like, people will say like, oh, I moved to New York with $400 in my pocket. But it's like, okay, so if that was the case, how did you ship your stuff up there? How did you do a down payment on a place to stay? How did you get the credentials to even get into a place to stay? Because the places to stay in New York have so many
hazard reported.
They have so many questions and qualifications on moving in. Like, literally, it's like you're signing up to work for the damn fucking secret intelligence of the government or some shit. Like, they have so many fucking questions. So I feel like, you know, those videos, it's like, okay, cool, like, we know the borderline stuff, like, oh, I packed up my bags and I had $400 and I got up here and I was able to find a place. But it's like, tell me the details. Like, how did you finesse a place with $400? Like, sis, I need to know. Like, so they definitely don't tell you a lot of that. So as I was saying, I just want to be really transparent on my channel. I'm sorry I went on a tangent, but I was making about $250 a week doing makeup. And when I had a job that was like, okay, it's straight, because it was, you know, at the job I would make a certain amount. It really wasn't shit. And then, because again, like, down here, I've just had the worst time trying to find a full-time job. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Everything that I've been working in Charlotte has been part-time. And not only part-time, but then they don't want to really give you a lot of hours on top of that, because they don't want to have to give you benefits. It's just a whole bunch of shit. So everything I've been working has been part-time, which has been super crappy, because honestly, a lot of my breakdowns have been due to the fact that I've just been comparing my finances. And I know you shouldn't, but it's hard. But it's just when you see that and you see other people, you know, making such a good amount of money and you're struggling, it's very like, it's very disheartening, because you just feel like, what am I doing wrong? Why is nothing going right? Like, what's up? Like, why is everybody else figuring out their shit and I can't seem to figure out mine? And that's where my head really was at probably this whole past, like, it's been a whole year that my head has been like that, for real, just because this past year financially has been probably literally my worst year, because I decided. And I mean, granted, when you start doing what you love, it's not always easy, you guys. Let me just say that, because when I was waitressing, I freaking hated waitressing. But waitressing, you can make bread, like, literally. Like, you might go in, you might make $200 a night. You might make, you know, literally like $500-600, maybe even $700 and up a week. Like, just depending on where you work at. Like, you can make a lot of good money. But I decided that I wanted to chase my dreams, and you know, my ex was always very supportive, and he always told me that, you know, whatever you do the most is what you're gonna get the best at. And he had a point, because he was just like, you know, if you keep waitressing, that is what you're gonna be the best at. And if that's not what you want to do with your life, then, you know, it might not be easy, but you might want to just look into doing something that's more on your career path that you want to do with your life. And he was totally right, because yeah, it's like on one end, I could have, my lips are still dry, so excuse me because I keep licking my lips. I hate when people do that. But my car is so cramped, and in order to get to my BED-STUY, I gotta go into my pocket, and right now, baby, it's very cramped. But no, so he always would tell me, in order to get better at it, what you love to do, you have to actually be doing it. Practice makes perfect. So I started looking for these makeup jobs, and being in makeup, y'all, some of y'all have heard my MAC horror story. I had a very traumatizing and very negative and bad experience working at MAC my first time around, just because of things that were going on with my manager and whatnot. I went through so much, and I will probably post that, like, put that video back up after I get situated with a job in New York. But for right now, I don't want to have that up, and I'm trying to work and make up. And then, like I said, it's just the unfortunate part of standing up for yourself is oftentimes the person who stands up for themselves gets more backlash than the person doing the BS. Like, and honestly, I've just seen it firsthand. Like, I got more backlash for standing up for myself than I feel like he really got for being such a bully and being so just an evil person, like just such an evil person. But anyway, so with Mac and with, I was at the Edge counter, Edge Cosmetics. So with both of them, I just wasn't getting the hours that I needed. Again, they were both part-time. I just wasn't getting the hours that I needed to make it worth it, to make it worth my time, to make it worth my energy, to sustain a life off of it. I couldn't even sustain a lifestyle off of it. Like, you know, at Mac, again, y'all, I'm gonna be so transparent with you guys. At Mac, I was making $204 a week. I was also a full-time student, so I couldn't work any other job. No nightlife in Charlotte was trying to really hire. They already had their girls, and I'm used to working nightlife, so that's why I say financially this has been a rough year, because I'm used to working nightlife, and working nightlife, you get a lot of money, you get it very quick. So this has been the first year that I haven't worked nightlife, literally. Like, this has been the first year since 2014 that I haven't worked nightlife. So it's been a huge adjustment doing 9 to 5s and whatnot. It's been a very, very, very huge adjustment, and it's been very frustrating. And again, I've had so many breakdowns about it just because I just felt like I was falling off. It was like, you know, people, when they hear, oh, you want to make this big move, everybody's like, oh, you need to save
hazard reported.
But it's like, how do you save your money when you have nothing to save? You know, $204 a week, what do I have to save? I don't even make $1,000 a month, you know? And it was tough. Like, it was so tough. That was my whole time working at Mac. So for 8 months, I was only making $204 a week. So then I went to the Edge Cosmetics counter at Dillard's. They were willing to give me more hours, but I was getting paid less than I was at Mac. Not by a whole lot. It was just $1 difference. So at Mac, I was making $16.50, and at Edge, I was making $15.50. And with Dillard's, they were willing to give me more hours, but it still wasn't enough to really make a huge difference. Like, I was making like $250 a week through Dillard's, and like on a consecutive basis. Like, we would get commission too, so my commission checks might have been, you know, on a good day, like $400 or $500, but you only got those once a month. But on average, my weekly, like without my commission, would be about $250 a week. So again, it's just like, who lives off that, you guys? Like, who lives off that? I'm a grown-ass woman. I have big girl bills. Like, I have stuff I need to pay for. I have stuff that I need to figure out, and it was just very frustrating trying to make all that happen when you're making $250, you know? It's just damn near impossible. And that has been the key to most of my frustration. And then again, people say, oh, well, you know, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, so just save your money, like, just don't spend any money. But it's like, people don't understand, like, if you're not making enough to even, you know, I saw this thing on Twitter, and they were like, being able to save is a privilege, you know, and the girl was like, no, the girl was asking, she said, would I be reaching, I think she said, if I said being able to save is a privilege. And hella people were like, no, it is a privilege, because being able to save means you have enough money to pay for your bills, to have some left over, and to even do something nice for yourself, you know, when you feel like it. That's being able to save, to being able to comfortably save. And even being able to uncomfortably save would mean at least you have enough money to pay your bills, and you have enough to put to the side. Me, I literally have not even had enough. I've literally scraped up, y'all, this $1,900 that I scraped up, I literally scraped it up at the last minute, you guys. Like, when I say I put together that $1,900 in a little under 2 months. So for me, ideally, I thought that I was gonna, you know, be able to find a good job, and I was gonna be able to save for 6 months or save for 4 months and just be like, F it and go. You know, that was my ideal. So it just, like I said, things just don't work out like that. I just could not find another job. A lot of the jobs that would pay good, like their turnaround was just, not their turnaround, but their, what do you call it? Their turnaround for once you get hired and then your training period was just too long, and it wouldn't have made sense for, like, a lot of the jobs that actually give you like real life training, they make you sign a contract so that you don't just get the training and then dip off, which, I mean, rightfully so. So I couldn't sign a contract knowing that I'm about to leave. And of course, when I applied to jobs, I wasn't telling them I was about to go. I was literally just like trying to get off and then, you know, go. But it's just the training process was going to take too long, and I wasn't even going to be able to make enough money, because some jobs, you know, some jobs when you're training, you get paid less and then you get paid higher once you start. So the training process just, I didn't have the time to do 2-3 weeks of training, basically. Like, I just didn't, especially when, you know, if while I'm training, I'm not going to be like, if I'm not going to be really making shit while I'm training, I might as well just keep freelancing and just try and like live off the absolute bare minimum and stack that to the side. So that is what I was doing, literally living off the bare minimum. I literally have not been, and you know, to most people they're like, oh, you know, like that's not a big deal, but you know, to me, I find enjoyment in shopping. I'm not gonna act like I don't. I have not been shopping in probably a little over a year, maybe a year, because I've just been broke the whole 2018. I've been so broke, like. And then actually no, again, I'll tell y'all everything that went, you know, wrong. I'll tell y'all once I make the actual video for my move, and then I'll tell you guys how I was able to finesse some things and how things were able to start going, you know, more right. I'll tell you guys that in my more detailed video. But yeah, you guys, so that for now is what I'm going to say about my move. I'm heading to Durham, so the drive is about 2.5 hours. Again, I'm driving on a hope and a prayer, so hopefully my car makes it, because y'all, I didn't have the money to fix my car. So I've been one of them people where, like they be saying on Twitter, like, when your car start making noise, you turn the volume up, bitch, because I didn't have the money. Like, there is no shame for me telling you guys that. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I sure didn't. So my car, like, literally, I've been saving this as my last drive, because I feel like this is the last long drive this car's gonna be able to make. I have a 2007 Yaris, so it's not a bad car. The car isn't in bad condition, it's just I haven't had the money to keep up with the car. So if the car was kept up with and stuff, like, you know, I wouldn't even be in this predicament, but I just have not had the money to keep up with it. So hopefully I make it to Durham. We are picking up the rental van at 1 a.m. and then we're just gonna pack that mug up and we'll be on the road to New York. So yeah, I'm really praying right now that everything goes smoother than it's been going. And all I can say right now in this moment is that I'm only maybe about 30 minutes down the, actually, yeah, I'm probably about 30, maybe pushing 40 minutes down the road right now. And I already miss all my friends, and then honestly, I miss my ex really bad already. That's why I've been staying with the last 3 weeks. And he's been a very big part of my life, and he's been very, very good to me, even when we, you know, weren't together. And he's been very supportive, and he's just very, like, a genuinely very good person. So I definitely, like, that was tough. Like, that little last bit was very, very, very tough, and my voice is starting to sound like crap again. I mean, it sounded like crap this whole video, but I'm getting emotional again. So I'm gonna leave this off here. I will try and make, you know, more of a video when we're actually in the van. So all I can really say as for this part is just wish me luck, you guys. I really need all the prayers, all the good vibes. Please don't comment anything negative under this video, because it's just gonna get deleted, because y'all love to, not y'all, honestly, for the most part, I get a lot of, like, really funny, really, like, just, like, good intentioned comments. Like, y'all just have, like, really good energy, but then every now and then I get, like, these hating ass mofos that just want to comment, like, that purposely be trying to piss you off. And I just need good vibes right now, you guys. So please send me good vibes your way. I will keep you guys updated with my whole trip. Again, I'm gonna be so transparent, so I will tell you guys like everything when it comes to the move. Like, I'm literally gonna tell y'all everything down to the freaking cost of the van that we're taking up there. But again, I'm gonna say that for my more detailed video, so just stay tuned, you guys, and I will keep you all updated. Wish me luck. Please pray for me that everything goes well. Again, positive vibes. I can't stress this enough. Please send them all my way, and I will keep you guys updated. So right now, you guys, I'm at my house in Durham, North Carolina, looking like pure shit. It's been a super long night, so it's like almost 10 a.m. My lashes are done for because I was crying so hard. And oh my god, it's just been a really long night. So basically, we were supposed to leave at 3 a.m. Everything was planned out. My friend's mom's friend was supposed to get off work at 12, go get the rental at 1, and we were supposed to pack everything and be on the road by 3. It's almost 10 a.m. They are almost done packing my friend's stuff, and then they'll be coming over here so we can pack up my stuff and get on the road. So honestly, keep it a buck, we're probably not going to be on the road till probably about 11:30, 12. And that was definitely not the plan. Again, y'all, excuse how I'm looking. I told y'all I look like shit, so don't be commenting crazy shit. But yeah, so literally the plan has been all over the place. It's hella stressful. Again, I really can't emphasize this enough. So I'm waiting on them to get me. Basically what happened was my friend's mom's friend, it's so weird saying that, I'm gonna call her Bethany because I'm tired of saying that. So basically Bethany got off work last night, and something happened with her car when she got off work, and so she had to have somebody come get her. And she ended up leaving her phone at work. So like we were freaking out because she wasn't responding to anything. Mind you, my friend knows her. I don't know her like that, so I'm over here like freaking out, but then not freaking out because like part of me was just like, you know what? Just stay positive, chill out. Don't be thinking of all the bad things that can happen. Just chill out. So I almost freaked out, but then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill and I'm gonna just sleep on it because by that time it was it was like 2, 3 a.m. and me and my friend were waiting and we just weren't hearing back from her. So I was like, you know what? I'm just about to go to sleep. Like, I'm not about to sit here and stress myself out. I'm tired. So I just set alarms for literally every hour and I just kept waking up and asking like, hey, like what's the update? Where are we at with everything? Like, does she have the rental? Because the rental was supposed to be picked up at 1 and they only give you a 15-minute grace period because they close from 1:15 until 4 a.m. So in my head, I'm like, okay, hopefully she pops up at 4 and is ready to pack our shit and we can be out by 6. But that's not what happened. So, I mean, like I said, you guys, nothing really goes as planned when you're trying to do this shit. Um, so yeah, she ended up going home, and I guess like this morning had to go back and get her phone from work and all that other stuff and drop off her kids. Like it's just been a lot. So we've been honestly super irritated just because I'm normally really good at going with the flow, but it's just I really had in my head that we were leaving at 3, and it's now 6.5 hours later, so it's clearly not 3 o'clock a.m. And I just wanted to get there at a good time because I have I mean, granted, as long as I get there today, it's fine. Like, I've looked at everything, and my friend looked at everything, and surprisingly, the drive says it's supposed to take us 7 hours. I think I said that in the last one. I could have swore it was 10 because when you ride in the ghetto Chinese bus, it'd be like 12 freaking hours. But then again, they also stop a lot, and every time they stop for 20 minutes. So I could have swore it was going to be like so freaking long. But apparently, it's only supposed to take us 7. So because it's not looking like we're going to leave until 12, we're not going to get there probably till like 8 or 9 at night because, of course, if it takes 7 hours, add on like 2 hours because you're going to run into some fucking bullshit. So we'll probably get there about 8 or 9, which is cool. But then I'm also wondering what my friend is going to do with all her stuff, because the whole point was to get there early enough to beat the before storage closes. Storage normally closes at 6 p.m. and we're going to clearly get there way after 6 now. So I'm just kind of looking like, okay, I don't know what she's about to do about that. I asked, because we're staying with, it's just, y'all, it's just so complicated. So we're staying with one of my best friends for until we move into our places. So she's moving into hers on the 15th. I'm moving into my place on the 18th. So we'll be staying with him. I'll be with him for 6 days. She'll be with us for 4. And yeah, so I went ahead and asked my best friend if, because she had told me, like she had already told me, unbeknownst to me. Y'all see how I'm holding this, right? Because I'm like, fuck these eyebrows. I mean, y'all just caught me slipping for a second, but I'm like, fuck these eyebrows. But no, so basically, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically she had texted me and she was just like, hey, like, I already got storage for 4 days, and then you can either just put your stuff in there and just pay for, half of the 4 days and then just add on your 2 days. But again, y'all, I just told y'all I'm not moving with a lot of money, and I'm just like, honestly, like, I just went ahead and I asked my best friend if it was cool if I kept some stuff at his place, and the girl whose place I'm subleasing out of, she said I could move some of my stuff into her place. So I'm just going to try and get as much as I can split between the two, so that I'm not trying to get a storage unit, because we were under the impression that storage would be like, because a lot of them cut you deals for the first month. So we figured it would be like super stupid dirt cheap. But where they get you is apparently they don't count the first month as the first month. The first month starts the second month. Fucking stupid. So, or actually fucking smart. And we thought they were going to be fucking stupid. So I'm kind of irritated that they're not fucking stupid. But yeah, so it actually like starts your second month, because they want to make sure you're actually gonna, I guess, I don't know, be there. I don't know. So I don't know how much she's expecting to pay for storage, but I'm just looking at it like it's New York, it's prime real estate market, and I'm sure that storage is fucking buku expensive, and I'm not fucking with it. So I went ahead and asked my friend if I could keep my stuff at his place until I hopefully secure this job at this interview tomorrow. I just don't want to accumulate on a whole bunch of like expenses if I can avoid them, because again, I'm trying to do this move on such a tight ass budget. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I again, like I was saying, these videos, they are like, oh, you need to move with $4,000, you need to move with $5,000. Y'all, I'm not gonna say save 4,000, 5,000. I'm not gonna say don't save it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't move unless you have $5,000, $6,000. Like, some of them were even like, don't move unless you have 7. I'm like, bitch, you'll be waiting for the next fucking a year and a half, damn near 2 years, trying to save up $7,000, depending on how much you make. Now, if you make really good money, girl, you might have that shit in 6 months. Power to you. But if you're in my situation, fuck no. So I'm not gonna say don't save it, but I'm gonna say at least do 3,000, because this move would be a lot more comfortable for me personally, because I'm such a finesser and I know how to live off so little, because I've had to live off so little. Because of that, I could have done this in $3,000. I definitely could have. But because I'm doing it in a little under 2, it's definitely been very, very stressful. Like, it's not, yeah, I'm not going to say it's not doable. It's doable. But if you can, try to save at least 3, maybe even closer to 4, but try and save at least 3. I would say 3,500 to say the least, just because a lot of people ask for so much for you to move in. And then you got to think about the cost of getting your stuff up there and putting your stuff in storage until you find a place, or wherever you're going to put your stuff, depending on how much you're bringing. I went ahead and brought everything with me. Not literally everything, but I brought like majority of my things with me, just because I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I moved up there and then I had my stuff shipped. Y'all, having your stuff shipped is fucking expensive. It's like $150 a box just for a medium-sized box, okay? So if I would have my stuff shipped, and I have large size boxes, so who knows how much that is. So yeah, I just literally, I packed all my shit in my car. We got a 15-person van. We're gonna put all of our shit in the van because again, we couldn't get the trailer, and my hand is starting to, if y'all see this shaking, my hand is starting to give out. I have weak ass arms. I have really weak arms, and the way I'm holding this, like, it's just trash right now. But yeah, it's just, y'all, keep into consideration when you move. There's a lot that you have to consider. Again, I'm gonna do a detailed video because I feel like I just really can't emphasize enough how many videos I've watched and how I really have not been able to get a lot from them just because they just held out on so much information. Like, they didn't say how much their U-Haul cost. They didn't say how much it costs to ship their stuff, really. Or they didn't say how much, they just didn't really, like, it's like, oh, like, I'm going to tell you, oh, it's expensive, but I'm not going to give you a number. It's like, no, bitch, U-Haul is fucking, you're going to pay over a stack if you take a fucking U-Haul for their smallest U-Haul. If you get a car and you take the trailer, you will save so much fucking money, literally so much fucking money. Yeah, if you ship your stuff, you're going to spend a fucking shit ton of money. If you leave your stuff, you're going to have to figure out how to get back and get your stuff if you don't want to ship it, which means then you have to pay for either a plane ticket to get back plus a rental to get all the way back from North Carolina to New York. That's our transition, North Carolina to New York. And all that stuff just adds up. Everything adds up. Like, literally every single thing adds up. So I was trying to do this as cheap as possible. So I packed all my shit and I said, fuck it. All my shit is going in one go. I'm not trying to have to worry about getting a plane ticket and coming back down here and getting a whole bunch of shit. Like, I'm just not. Now, granted, I am going to have to come back down here to get my cat because that is one of the most heartbreaking things about this whole entire move is that I'm just about to hold this down here because I literally can't. Like, my wrist can't even do it right now. But I had to leave my cat. I left my cat with my ex. So, I mean, it won't be bad just because she's very familiar with him. And she likes him a lot. And so I didn't want to leave her with... I could have left her with my family, but I didn't want to leave her with anybody unfamiliar. And my cat hasn't... Because I've been in Charlotte, my family's in Durham. It's not like it's far, but I don't take my cat when I go home. I've always had somebody there to feed her and whatnot, so I don't have to take her when I go home. And she doesn't ride in the car well either. Like, she cries a lot. She's a big crybaby. She's a sweetheart, but she's a crybaby, so she'll cry the whole time. So I don't take her when I go home. And so she doesn't know my family like that. And I mean, she's very affectionate. She would have adjusted, but I'd just rather leave her with somebody she's already comfortable with. Because I didn't want her to, oh my God, this makes me so sad. I didn't want her to feel like she was being given away again. And I mean, I don't know how cognitive cats are, so I don't know if she would have really felt like that or she would have even really gave a fuck. As long as you feed her, she probably wouldn't have gave a fuck. But just in my conscious mind, I just didn't want her to feel like, oh, you know, I'm with another family. Like, I've been, you know, because somebody had her before me. She was a rescue. So somebody had her before me. She was 15 when I got her, so she was already old. I don't know how long that person had her or how long she was in the shelter. And then I've had her the last 4 years. So I didn't want it to feel for her like I keep getting passed around from home to home. Again, I don't know if animals think like that, but I feel like they do. They have feelings. So I didn't want her to feel like that. Like, that's my motherfucking nigga. Like, I'm not about to do that to her. So, I left her with him, and I'm so sad. I'm really sad. Honestly, because both of them are, like, my security blanket. Like, whenever it feels like nothing's going right, I can always, like, just go lay under those two. So I'm just like, whew, that one's tough. But I asked for this. I've been very excited for this, and it's hitting me last minute that it's really happening. So I'm just, like, really trying to just embrace every emotion I'm going through right now. My friend is on her way, so I can finally, you know, get my stuff packed up. She just called me. So this is the truck. This is what we had to end up getting because it just, everything else was, like, mad expensive. It was tripping. So this is the finesse of the year. Literally. So we have 2 people's stuff in here. So we're gonna be in these back 2 seats, and then in the front. Put on your vlog. Yeah, I'm vlogging this whole thing. Girl.
Yes, girl.
I gotta remember this because this has been stressful. Okay, it's gotta be worth it.
You know, it's a movement.
There's literally like we have this is packed, y'all.
Don't think you about to get no U-Haul because what bridge you going on the bitch?
Girl, and they expensive. We got the whole back packed up, everything. We're not showing y'all the little license plate.
We don't even want to open these doors right here.
Child, you don't even want to. The grass done took a L.
Oh yeah, a literal L.
Don't judge my grass, y'all. It's the winter time. Shit. Y'all can kind of see like everything. Well, not really everything. It's so much stuff in here. Like packing up your life is miserable as hell. Oh, there goes my baby, my little. This car's been good to me. I haven't necessarily been as good to it back. It's been very good to me. But yeah, you guys, so we're almost unpacking. First off, I gotta tell you about our crazy ass drive, but also, so where we're staying, they got 2 cats, and we are fighting these fucking cats. We fighting these fucking cats off the couch, bro. Yo, these niggas keep fighting, and they trying to. You said it's hiding behind a chair. The trash bag. All I know is I was smack the fuck out that cat. These demon cats. Bitch, let me turn around this way. Alright. Get. What? Girl, me and that cat will throw hands. They better stop. Oh my god, y'all, these cats are fucking demonic as fuck. Yeah, but last time they was like chilling. They weren't doing all this extra shit. I mean, they would fight outside, but I'm about to ask them bitches in the bathroom. You said what?
Then I get the scratching on my comforter set.
At least it's in the plastic. I gotta find what. I don't want them jumping on this little thing. I'm gonna find something to put up there so they don't be jumping. Matter of fact, I'm about to grab that. No, because they gonna fuck my jacket up. Y'all, first off, we almost fucking died on the way up here. I gotta tell y'all, like, literally, I'm making a whole fucking story time about the ride up here because it was fucking crazy. Hell no. Second off, we in here, and these cats is fucking crackheads. They demonic as shit. Girl, yeah, these some New York cats, boy. These some hood cats. These some hood ass fucking cats. And they buck as shit. So they keep on, we're trying to sleep, and they keep on jumping on the fucking couch while we're trying to sleep and getting the fuck buck and fighting each other while they're fucking on the, it's like, and they not declaw. What are they trying to fuck niggas up? I could see they was fighting on the floor. Ooh, let you jump up here. Y'all, it's like, what time is it?
It's too late.
It's almost 3 a.m. and we fighting these goddamn cats.
It is.
Oh my god, let me turn the phone around. Maybe y'all will see. Ooh, hell no. Y'all, this trip, I'm looking like somebody fucking grandma, auntie. This trip has been the most traumatic ass shit ever.
Bro, do not scratch my poster.
The most traumatic ass, like literally, I would turn them facing towards the wall before they fuck them up.
Don't scratch the back of it.
It's better than them trying to go along the whole front of it.
Lord Jesus. I wish I would have had cats here.
Or put it behind that suitcase. They also have a skylight, y'all. It's so nice. They have a whole skylight. So yeah, this is Shanae's place. Oh, and I think, okay, wait, no, that's the wash and dryer again. So yeah, this is everything. So I'll set the bed. And she's cleaning out the closet for me too. Like this is my sublet spot. This is the view. And then I'll show you all the rest of the apartment. The room's actually like, the room's a good size. So that's exciting.
I know.
And then, hi. Are you one of the other roommates?
Yes.
Okay. I'll share it. Good to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Why are you like, because I have my nipples a little red.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's just amazing. This is the living room.
Oh my god.
And then here's the view outside. This is our kitchen area. It's really cute. So they have 2 bathrooms. So this is the full-size one. This is the half-size one. This is the half-size one. Also pretty nice. So yeah, that is everything. So this is where I'll be staying. So I'm excited. And then everybody's really nice too, so. And then they're all around my age as well, which is a plus.